Top 7 Best NVMe SSD 2022. Through extensive research and testing, I have put together the list of options that will meet the need of different types of buyers. So whether it's price, performance, or particular use, we have got you covered. For more information, I have put links of products in the description. Make sure to check it out. Like the video, comment, don't forget to subscribe, and let's get started. Number 1. WD Black S850. The 1TB version. That would be our pick from the S850 range. The 500GB drive lacks the full punchy pace that is the signature of 1TB PCIe 4.0 SSDs, and is pricier than most similarly capacious PCIe 3.0 drives. But the 1TB S850 has a decent sticker price and stellar speed, and is just about the best you can buy today. Western Digital has released some quality drives lately, with the SN750 being a mainstay of our best SSD for gaming guide, and the likes of the SN550 offering incredible value for money. With the release of the S850, Western Digital gets to add another trophy to its cabinet, the fastest PCIe SSD around. Thanks to the latest generation of PCIe interface, you will not find a faster, more reliable NVMe drive today. The Ficini 18-powered Sabrent Rocket 4 Plus has higher quoted sequential read and write figures. And while it's true that the S850 trails slightly in some of the synthetic benchmarks, we put more weight on the real-world tests, and here the S850 is head and shoulders above anything else in this group test. It's the fastest at the FF Roman 14 game load and PC Markham's full storage test. And it isn't exactly sluggish in straight throughput either, managing 5,920 MB/s reads and 5,021 MB/s writes in his SSD. It shouldn't come as much of a shock to discover that this incredible performance comes at a cost, and this drive is definitely at the pricier end of the spectrum, working out at 23 cents/GB. It's also a toasty drive, hitting 77 degc in operation. This shouldn't be a problem in a well-ventilated case, but may be an issue in a more cramped system. Still, if you want the fastest drive around, this is it. Number 2. WD Black SN750 1TB. Western Digital has been a stalwart in the platter HDD world for many long years now. Its foray into the SSD market has shown an inherent competency in providing sensible, consumer-friendly storage. The new S850 shows how far that competency has extended into the latest generation of PCIe interface. Though it's not without its faults, this M2 form factor NVMe drive is a speed demon, made faster by a gaming mode you can toggle on or off in the company's integrated SSD dashboard software. Of course, kicking it into overdrive also means cranking up the heat, which, according to Western Digital, necessitates the use of a thermal heatsink. Sold separately, the heatsink model comes at something of a premium, but the company claims its passive cooling features aid with ushering in optimal levels of performance. In regular use, it's practically as fast as the 970 Evo Plus. For the most intense workloads, Samsung wins out, but gamers aren't likely to fall into the user category. Several other drives use the same SEM 2262EN controller, which often means similar performance, e.g. the Mushkin Pilot E. Number 3. Seagate Cuda 530. Of course, Western Digital and Samsung are the big names in storage, and most especially in the world of SSDs. Seagate may have taken a while to get into the solid-state game, and especially the PCIe 4.0 market, but it has arrived with a bang with the Cuda 530. With or without the heatsink, something that's necessary for its PlayStation 5 compatibility, the latest Seagate drive is a stunner. Of course, the rated sequential read/write speeds are fantastic, but it's the endurance levels that really stand out compared to the competition. The 2TB drive we tested is an unprecedented 2,550 TBW rating when it comes to endurance, which is something you won't see this side of an SSD made for Chia mining. It combines brand new Micron 176-layer TLC NAND, the same memory crucial is using to great effect with the new 5 Plus drives with a FISN PS5018E18 controller. Micron claims that its 176 LTLC NAND is the best in the industry with a 30% smaller die size and a 35% improvement in read and write latency over its previous generation 96L NAND. And in terms of performance, the Fire Cuda 530 either matches or beats the big boys of the storage world. And when you add its leading sequential performance and endurance rating, the Seagate 530 is at least the equal of any consumer SSD on the market. Number 4. Samsung 970 Evo Plus 1 TB. There was a time it was hard to beat Samsung SSDs in the high-performance M2 NVMe space, but with the shift towards PCIe 4.0 drives, we've seen the likes of Western Digital and Sabrent take the mantle forward. But PCIe 4.0 SSDs are still expensive, and back in the last generation, Samsung still has some fantastic drives. The Samsung 970 Evo Plus is still one of the fastest PCIe 3.0 M2 drives around. Like the 970 Pro, the more recent 970 Evo Plus rates well for endurance, which bodes well for its longevity. The 1TB model is rated for 600 TB of writes over 5 years or a whopping 329 GB of writes per day. You'd need to fill up and then wipe the drive every 3 days to manage the many writes, which isn't a consumer or even prosumer workload. For reference, the SSD I've used the most still only has 40 TB of writes after 4 years. The 500 GB and 2 TB models are certainly worth looking at if you want a lower price or more capacity, respectively. But for most users, the 1 TB drive strikes the sweet spot between performance, capacity, though Samsung's drive is still pretty pricey. Number 5. Sabrent Rocket 4 Plus 2 TB. The Sabrent Rocket 4 Plus is the first drive in the lab to use the new FISN E18 controller, the follow-up to the immensely popular FISN S16 controller found in every first-gen PCIe 4.0 drive, offering peak reads of 7,100 MB/s and writes of 6,600 MB/s. It's not only a major step up from the first generation of PCIe 4.0 drives, but a notable improvement over the Samsung 980 Pro, especially in terms of write performance. In testing, this performance was borne out, too, with the faster write performance dominating Samsung's drive in the write test. Real-world performance didn't always tell the same story, although the differences between these top 3 drives can be slight. Even so, you're looking at his SSD hitting 5,868 MB/s for reads and 5,630 MB/s for writes. Impressive stuff. An important factor here is that the Sabrent Rocket 4 Plus is the cheapest of these second-generation drives. The performance is so close that it makes the Sabrent SSD the sensible choice if you don't need the absolute best performance around. This drive also runs cooler than the WD Black S850, which may be a factor if you're looking for a drive for a cramped case. Number 6. Crucial 5 Plus. Crucial is one of the big names in affordable solid-state storage, but has been notably slow at getting us a new PCIe 4.0 SSD. It's been worth the wait. However, as the new 5 Plus is a fantastic entry-level gen for SSD, it may not have the peak speeds of the WD or Sabrent competition, but it can make a big splash in terms of those all-important price/performance metrics. And also importantly, it can easily outperform any PCIe 3.0 drive you can dimension, and for practically the same price. Even if you're not running a motherboard with a PCIe 4.0 interface, this will still work in an older PCIe 3.0 setup, and at the limits of that connection. Since the first gen for SSDs launch, there has been a quite significant price premium as a barrier to entry, and with the 5 Plus that has come down a hell of a lot. Using parent company Micron's latest NAND flash memory and its own in-house controller, Crucial has been able to keep cost down and performance up. In the rarefied era of PCIe 4.0 speeds, it's maybe a little lackluster in peak and random performance, but it's rocking TLC memory, not QLC, is still pretty damn quick compared to older drives, and is fantastically affordable. Number 7. Kingston KC3000. If you're looking for the fastest SSD on the market, Kingston's KC3000 fills that role, especially now that Intel has stopped producing its Optane products. The KC3000 is a high-performance PCIe 4.0 x4 NVMe SSD that radishes out bleeding-edge speeds of up to 7 Gbps of read and write throughput, along with up to 1 million IOPS, similar to the Seagate Fire Cuda 530 and Corsair M600 Pro XD. The Kingston KC3000 is powered by the Fission PS5018E18 and comes paired with Micron's 176-layer TLC flash. However, the KC3000's flash is faster at 1600 Mbps than the M600's 1200 Mbps, giving it a tactical advantage. The 2TB Kingston KC3000's endurance and performance comes out on top of the Samsung 980 Pro. But that comes at the cost of efficiency. That translates to shorter battery life for laptop applications. The KC3000 also doesn't come with OPAL-compliant ES hardware encryption and comes in a double-sided form factor at higher capacities. That means the KC3000 may not be the best pick for your mobile device, but is a fantastic SSD for those building a high-end desktop for gaming or workstation for productivity. So guys, that's all for the top 7 NVMe SSD 2022. The links of all products are given in the description, which are updated for the best prices. Subscribe our channel for more videos. We will meet in next video. Till then, take care, bye.